To the state of education now, and school districts across Western New York are gearing up for 5-day-a-week in-person learning. This comes after the state health department changed its social distancing guidelines in the classroom from 6 feet to 3 feet. The Salamanca School District started full-time classroom instruction today. Frontier hoping to start next Monday. Williamsville Central Schools, Hamburg, Niagara Falls, and Lewiston Porter are all looking to start within the next 2 weeks. 7 Eyewitness News senior reporter Eileen Buckley says the biggest challenge is how to get middle school and high school students back into classrooms full-time under these new state rules.
Robert, read your beginning of your question.
Students at the Cataract Elementary School in Niagara Falls return from Easter break Monday for their 2 days a week of in-person learning. But now a plan is in the works to return these students back to school 5 days a week. Niagara Falls City School Superintendent Mark Laurie says he's hoping that can happen in 2 weeks.
Our goal is April 26th to engage our elementary school students back to school. Now, it's most important that our elementary students get back. They're the ones that need it the most. They're the ones that I think have had the most difficulty being out of school.
Friday, the state health department changed its distancing guidelines for students in classrooms from 6 feet apart to 3 feet. But higher transmission rates in counties will put limits on middle schoolers and high schoolers returning to the classroom 5 days a week.
I'm hoping that the next lobby can be about raising the threshold for the 7 to 12 students.
The COVID transmission rates must be less than 100 per 1,000 people. Lewiston Porter School Superintendent Paul Casari says he's also struggling with that issue.
I am advocating waiting the full 2 weeks to see how this plays out.
Over the past 2 weeks during the district's spring break, Casari says they've reconfigured classrooms in grades K through 5 and plan to fully reopen April 26th.
So what we did over spring break is we repopulated all of our classrooms with desks 3 feet. So tomorrow, when the kids come back in the hybrid model, which we will still be in, there will be significantly more desks in the rooms.
April 26 is also the target date to reopen full 5-day-a-week learning for elementary students in the Williamsville School District. In this video message, Acting Superintendent Dr. John McKenna released an update Monday talking about the district's plan to pivot. But there's no set return date for Williamsville middle and high school students with the higher Erie County transmission rates. However, in other districts like the Salamanca City Central School District, Superintendent Robert Bridenstine says his school returned to 5 days a week in-person learning Monday.
We'll follow the 3-foot distance with barriers. We are commandeering some additional instructional spaces that we have in our district.
Eileen, some school districts still trying to figure out exactly what all of this new guideline, the recommendations from the state, what that means. What's next for these districts?
Well, Ashley, the district leaders say they must inform their school boards and stakeholders on plans to reopen to full 5-day-a-week instruction. And in Niagara Falls, there will also be a public hearing next week. Ashley?
All right. Thank you, Eileen.